Hey, good afternoon, Manchester and the Hampshire and all the surrounding area. We are here with a famous authorist.
Authorist?
Well, is it authorist or is that the correct?
Author?
Just author.
Author?
In the old days, it used to be authoress.
Yeah.
But now I think it's just
Like
author.
it used to be waitresses and the host. That was all that is cut off.
Executrix instead
Yeah.
of executor.
Yeah.
And that isn't that still legally the term? Yeah.
I kind of miss
never
the old
s-
day terms, I really do, but that's okay. 'Cause, well,
Some
I'm
of
the
them were
old
kind
fashioned.
it was kind of sexist because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little
well, I didn't
ridiculous.
look at it that way, but we're here with
Catherine.
Kathryn Samuelson.
Yay!
Hey, yeah,
Yay!
she's an author and a spiritual handwriter.
I do automatic or spiritual writing.
Okay. Well, I got half of it right. Anyway.
Well, people call it different things.
I loved to. I can remember when there was this woman. She was from Scotland. Beautiful. Her name was Scotty Bruno. Little short lady, had the biggest Scottish brogue you ever met. Temper to go with it. Loved her dearly, and she taught me how to do automatic writing. Okay.
I just learned it on my own, so I didn't know there were rules.
Nope.
Well,
And
I
there
don't
aren't.
think there are.
Well,
People
I
tell
was
you
on
there
I was on
are,
a
but-
radio show, and the host was saying she had trouble, and it turned out that she was told she had to use her non-dominant hand, and I said I didn't know there was such a rule.
No, anytime someone says there's a rule on anything that has to do with spirit, they are just being limiting. They are being
It might be a
blocked.
rule for them.
Right,
Right.
but not for everybody. Yeah, absolutely.
I can't picture you conforming to rules like that. Can you?
No.
Or you.
Yeah, well,
Because I follow the rules right to the.
To the T, I know you do.
Yeah,
You don't deviate at all from anything. No,
No.
never
Boy,
go
I'm
your
glad.
own path.
I better stop. I don't have my boots on today. But who wants to be? Who wants to be a conformist? I
boring.
love being the way I do.
No,
things. If I'm doing something wrong, then let them tell me, and I'll try to correct it. But to conform to other ways, to other people's thinking, that isn't who we are. That's what.
No.
That
I
is
think
not
the
a
rules are:
spiritualist.
is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary?
Right.
right.
And actually, the first question is it true?
Yeah.
right.
And especially when I do readings, like I had a lady call me back because I upset her, and I said, if I did something and it's not true, I apologize, but I'm going by what my spirits tell me. And then she goes on and said, then she would tell me about her boyfriend or husband being in jail. I said, now, isn't that true? She, women hard, and that's okay. If I am wrong, as much as it hurts my ego, no, I will admit it, and so will you. So
Oh, yeah,
Right,
of
because we
course.
all have off days, or we don't connect for some reason with. I've had a number of times where I've just gone blank, because apparently I'm not supposed to be the reader for that person that day, and I'm honest about it. I don't try to fudge it. I don't, and sometimes something won't make sense, and I'll say, I had that happen yesterday with somebody, and I said, well, why don't we ask them why they said that? And got a longer explanation that then made sense.
Yeah.
well, I guess there's a lady come on. She says you couldn't read her, and she was kind of upset about it. I said, we're not all meant to read everybody. And,
Right.
I
Different.
said,
That's why there are so many readers. It's just like not every doctor is right for every person, or every.
And I don't
Yeah,
expect every person to come to me and say, of course I am a god, but that's okay,
We're all God norms.
In
so
my own.
it's good.
We're all a spark of the divine.
That's right. And not all the people that come to us at any event that we do, or in our offices, or wherever we go to, those are the people that are meant to hear what we have to say, whether they choose it, whether they like it or not.
Yeah. Oh, can I mention something real quick? Since you said event, it jumped in my head.
Yeah.
I am doing an event on Friday at the Holistic Self-Care Center in Nashua. It's a women's night out, wine, chocolate, and a book signing by me. So if you come to the event, you get wine, you get chocolate, and a signed copy of my book. And that's Friday at the Holistic Self-Care Center in Nashua at 6 o'clock.
Great.
All right.
I'm
If
super
it wasn't
excited.
such a long drive, I might join you.
I know. It is a
But
long
I love
drive
where I
for you.
live now.
Yeah. Yeah, I love where you live too. And I've never been to your house, but I love that area. I was bummed I couldn't go that day. But
So that is
There's
when
another
now?
day.
bulging disc.
That is when?
Friday, this coming Friday from 6 to 8. at the Holistic Self-Care Center.
So that would be Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah, they always
Doing
say
a little
about Friday
quick
the
math
13th.
in my head.
Yeah. Friday the 13th is supposed to be a bad day. It was back many years ago for me on that day, but everybody can say Friday the 13th is always a bad day or whatever. To me, it's
No.
just
Usually it's a very
another
lucky day
yeah.
for me. I don't believe that any day is bad. I don't believe black cats are bad luck. I love black cats.
What kind of
know?
a lot? My father
that's
would
silly.
never
I mean,
cut his fingernails or toenail on Sunday. He said because that was something about if you cut your nails, fingernails and toenails, the devil's going to be with you all week. I go, that's ridiculous. So for years I didn't do it. You know? But then I said, gosh, if I'm going to wear my artificial nails, I got to start trimming no matter what day it is. But no. But there are so many wives' tales. Is that what they call wives' tales?
Oh,
superstition.
Superstition. Wives' tales.
Yeah.
Don't walk under a ladder. Don't let
That one kind of makes sense to me. If you walk under a ladder, what if the painter accidentally drops the paint can on your head, you know?
You should have a different hair color.
I think it just depends on the circumstance.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Or
know?
don't cross, don't let a black cat
Can't
cross your path.
path.
Or I can remember
You
being
know,
a kid.
break a mirror, it's 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there's a ton of them out there, but
And you can if you walk on a crack on the sidewalk, you break your mother's back
but
and
you know,
all that.
the reason that those things persist is because some people do believe them and they make it a self-fulfilling prophecy.
A lot of people from other countries believe in all these different type of superstitions. I learned.
They have their own.
Yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
lot of their own.
Yeah.
But like we have a friend from Australia, and she said one day, what is this? Everything happens in threes. We don't believe that in Australia. And she just thought she had never heard that. She just thought that was craziness. And she's.
But with me, everything does happen. It's just me, And I'm not saying that whatever, but like I everything that I do, I work in threes. Three different plates for three different types for one meal, like potatoes, or if I'm gonna have three incidents that's gonna happen, three in a row or something like that. But that's in my own mindset. It's not anybody else's.
Right, but it's because you
Yeah.
believe it to
Yeah.
be true for you
Yeah.
that it
And
does.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
When I used to drink 3 double shots of whiskey.
Well, no
or
wonder you
whatever.
had a little trouble navigating after that.
And when I would go out, and when I would go up to the club, it had to be not $2.99 and not $3.01. It had to be $300, or I didn't go out.
Dollars. He's talking dollars.
Huh?
I told her you were talking dollars.
Yeah. And that's 300. But there again, there's a 3, and there, 3s have always been a number I've always worked with. Why? It's just who I am. And I don't plan on changing. But everybody has their own little quirks.
Yes. It's like baseball players who have to wear the same socks or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
There was one guy that played.
There's I've been touting Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Big Magic, and she has a statement in there about, argue for your self-limitations and you get to keep them.
That's a very profound statement right there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people need to think about that one.
And before we get too far away, I'd like to send my condolences out to Susan Rivard and her brother Paul, I think Frencher, that they're going to await their mother's wake today.
Yes, God bless.
Okay, so we're going to ask all the praise to be sent. How's your mother doing?
She's doing much better. We have a call. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, it's Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Are you behaving?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What fun is that?
Yeah.
Right, that's what we keep telling
It's just
her.
what you tell her. What fun is behaving all the
We
time.
tell her to get wild and crazy. She won't listen.
So how you doing? Did you have a good Mother's Day, Denise?
Yes, I did. My daughter, my son, and my youngest granddaughter came over my apartment.
Very
Well,
nice.
that's good. Did you have a good dinner?
They brought it in for me.
Very nice.
Well, isn't that awesome? Really, they made you feel pretty special, right?
Oh, yeah. And she gave me 2 DVDs. And we
Wow.
watched one of the movies.
Nice.
2 TVs to watch one movie. That's-
DVDs.
Oh, DVD. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. What were they?
Benjamin,
Button?
I forget the last name. It's about a guy that's born old as a baby,
Benjamin
and as he
Button.
gets,
Yep.
as the years go by, he gets younger and younger.
Yep.
It's Benjamin
Curious
Button.
Case of Benjamin
Benjamin
Button.
Was that a good movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's different, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and what was the other one?
Arthur.
Oh, I love Arthur.
The original Arthur with
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore or the
No.
one with Russell Brand?
I like the one with Dudley Moore.
I haven't seen the newer one. I just
I haven't
I
either.
can't. Did you stay sober?
Huh?
Did you have a couple of cocktails?
No, I can't drink.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So you had a good day, right?
Yeah.
Hey, your daughter's got some good changes coming around her.
Good.
There's some financial improvement coming with her.
Oh, good.
Okay. She's a very caring person, isn't she?
Yes.
She's like her mother, right? I love that laugh. I do. I just, and but that's good to know that. So, then what did your son give you?
He gave me a Mother's Day card and a scratch ticket bingo.
Oh, did you win?
No.
Oh,
okay.
well, that's okay.
He
Yeah,
gave
what's
you the
free?
possibility, and that's just most of the fun right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That little kind of thrill of hope.
it is.
Right?
Like today, I bought 2 sweepstake tickets, hoping I'm $1 a piece, but and like that. Well, I didn't win, but so that's good to hear. That's good. So what are you going to be doing over the weekend?
Grocery shopping.
Oh, I like
Going
grocery.
out to eat.
Oh, where are you going to eat?
I don't know. We'll find out.
And there you go. That's the best part, Okay. Okay. Hey, well, you keep well and keep happy, okay?
All right.
Talk to you next week, honey.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Give me that laugh one
Bye.
more time. Give us that famous laugh. There we go.
All right.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
hon.
Denise.
Bye.
I love her laugh. She's
It's
so
contagious.
we hadn't heard from her in a long, long time. I think Matt got rude to it, so she didn't.
Oh,
call
for a
in.
while, right? But she's
Yeah,
been
she
calling in
probably
recently.
started calling
So,
back in again.
Catherine, tell people who you are and what you got there.
My name is Kathryn Samuelson, and this is my book, Opening the Heart, Meditations on How to Be. And I don't know if people can see this adequately, but it's a set of meditation images, and there are then farther back, expanded meditation in, thoughts, and then some exercises in the back of the book.
How about reading 3 different pages, whenever the spirit leads you to read it comes out?
And it's got the DVD, right? Is there like a CD with it?
No,
CD? No. Okay.
but there is an ebook.
Okay.
So pick a number from 1 to 56, please.
48.
Okay, 48. Oops. The main meditation, it says nature.
Put your chair closer to the mic. Yeah, put your chair closer to the mic.
Okay, nature. The old debate is about whether nurture or nature has the most importance in a person's development. The truth is they are equally important. What has nature given you? Where do you come from? What do you come from? What gifts has this given you? What about this can you use now on your path?
Wait, how appropriate for you, huh?
That was very nice, yes.
So
7.
7.
No, make it 33.
Uh-oh.
We could do both.
Okay.
7 first is live in your blood and bones. Over time, a number of cultures, societies, and religions have asked us to forget our bodies. They've made the physical inferior to the spirit/soul. The body has been made sinful in some cases. The truth is our bodies are neither inferior to the spirit, soul, nor are they sinful. And in fact, our blood and bones contain wisdom if we listen to them. Feel the blood pulse. What does your body tell you when you're trying to make a particular decision or are faced with a situation or problem? Do you feel fit and well? Do you feel your heart race? Do you feel nauseous? Where do these feelings come from? Your body or your mind? Listen to what they have to tell you and honor them.
I love
Wow,
that.
wonderful.
Yeah, that was perfect.
And much of this, of course, was channeled from the angels and guides.
And it didn't come overnight, did it?
No, it did not.
'Cause I remember when I first met you, you were working on it. That was several years ago.
Right. It started out as a set of meditation cards with an accompanying book, and we tried to get a publisher on our own, me and my book designer. That didn't work, so then we tried finding an agent, and we had like one who said she really liked it, but she wouldn't know how to market it. Another one said she liked it, but she didn't think it had a big enough platform, which is publishing speak for fan base. And so then we decided to put the book and the images together and took it to a self-publishing company. So it was quite a journey.
But worth it in the end.
Yes, it was worth it. Yeah. So 33, your
Right.
other choice is, it is said that. We frequently listen to what others say about life, love, and the universe, but often without critical thinking. It is not that we should ignore what others say, but rather that we should judge for ourselves the validity of what we are being told. There can be much value in what others say, just as a lot of what others say has no bearing on our lives. The point is to hear what others say, think clearly about it, and choose for ourselves what we wish to incorporate into our lives and belief systems. What can you do to help yourself think critically, to learn what resonates, what has value?
Hey, Denise, that really is me. Denise, if you're listening, give us a call or give us a number to read. 1 through what?
1 through 56.
1 through 56. Call us and tell us what number you'd like to have her read, okay?
So how can they get your book?
Several ways. There's my website, which is KathrynSamuelson.com, Kathryn. My parents gave me the fancy spelling. Samuelson, SamuelSon.com. You can go to the book page, and it will link you to Dog Ear, which is the publishing company, or Amazon, Barnes & Noble. And again, it's an iBook, ebook, Nookbook, and Kindle.
If a person is blind, do you have like an audio type thing?
No.
Because you're going to be doing that next.
Okay.
Okay, and so are you.
One of the issues I'd have to figure out is because it's so image dependent,
Right.
how that would work. Maybe it would be a different book.
Yeah, could be. Hey, we may be having, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. I've been talking to my friend Emily, who's a waitress at Belmont Hall, a wait staff person, and her son speaks Spanish, and they both do. And I'm going to be talking to him coming in like maybe once or twice a month to interpret so that we can reach the Spanish community.
Oh, that's nice.
So I think that's going to be an awesome type of thing to be doing, and I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we have another call. Maybe that's Denise. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, everybody. How you guys
Hey,
doing?
Mary. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing now, Mary?
Not too bad. Not too bad. And everything, so.
Yeah. Mary, would you like
I'm
to...
undecided if I should go cruising tonight or wait.
Oh, wow. Oh. Hey, if you're young at heart, go cruising.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I like it, so.
Yeah. Hey, why not do it, Hey, Mary, is there any number in this book that you'd like to have to read to you?
Sure.
Okay, what number do you want?
12.
12. There you go.
Time exists on the human plane. Be here. While it would be wonderful to exist in the bliss of the heart of all things at all times, each of us exists in a physical body. This body must eat, sleep, exercise, think, earn a living, and do all the things that human life calls us to do and be. Many believe that we have made an agreement as to what we are to learn and accomplish when we are born to this life. If we spend all our time in the heart of the universe, we fail to live fully in our physical bodies, as well as failing to accomplish what we are called to do here. Find your way here.
There, that fits you, Mary.
Yeah, it does.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it does.
So how's the caddy doing?
Yeah, she's doing good. She's not sneezing anymore. I gave her some pills that I had for Ladenia.
Oh, that's
And
good.
I gave it to her twice.
Yeah.
And now she's all done sneezing, so I guess that pill works on her.
No, that's good. How's your car doing?
It's going good. It's going good. The light comes on and off on it, so sooner or later, I guess that's got to be done. So.
Yeah. Well, it gets you where you want to go, right?
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Hey, as long as it gets me where I want to go, I don't care.
There you go.
to.
She's a little old lady from Pasadena, only from Manchester now. She has this beautiful red Cadillac. Boy, she can drive that around like a truck driver. Go right in there and just park like where a truck driver can park. You know what I mean? She's an awesome lady. So you feeling better, Mary?
Yeah, I am feeling better than I have been.
You sound a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, she does. Sounds like
Yeah.
it.
Al said hi to you, by the way.
Oh, tell him I said hello.
Okay, and he was wondering how you were doing.
Yeah, much better than I have been.
Good. You didn't miss much on that. Well, I don't want to sit on you. When we went for breakfast, it wasn't like it was last year.
Yeah, I know you were saying that.
But, and they all had their off days.
Everybody.
That's right. That's right.
How's Dottie doing?
She's gonna see the doctor, I think, next week, 'cause she's not feeling good at all.
Yeah, I'm concerned about her blood count.
Yeah, she's in quite a bit of pain right now.
Yeah. And I think she might even have to go to the ER sooner than or go to the doctor sooner than what she thinks.
That's what I keep telling her.
Yeah, she's got to go because I'm seeing a lot of problems with the blood count, and I'm seeing a lot of problems with her heart rhythmia.
Yeah, 'cause she's in what they call remission now.
Right.
With cancer.
Right. But I'm concerned about it slowly creeping in.
How's her
that's
lymph
why.
system, Norm?
Yeah.
That's right.
How's her
I keep
lymph
telling
system?
her, I should
There's
call
a lot
the
of problems
doctor up.
with it.
She called the doctor up, and
She
he
could
gave
use
her
a lymph
some
drainage.
medicine, and that's about it,
And I agree. Kathryn, I have to agree with her. She said that she needs a lymph drainage here because she needs to go, not next week, but like tomorrow if you can get her to do that.
Yeah. She usually I used it the last time she looked, she didn't look too good. I said, you better call a doctor.
Yeah, I didn't think she looked good when
No.
we saw her at where was it? Where were you two at? At the market or somewhere. She really needs to go and get that checked. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah, she
that
doesn't
day that
feel
you
well
saw
to
her,
me
she
at
wasn't
all.
feeling good,
Yeah.
too.
And she looks awfully tired.
Yeah,
Oh, well, how was your Greek dinner?
it was good.
You eat a lot?
Huh?
Did you eat a lot?
No, they had like a whole half a chicken at the, it was a Mother's Day thing, at St. George's for the Greek people.
Uh-huh.
And I was, like I said, Dottie invited me and to go. But it was good. It was very good.
So did you do a
was
Greek
excellent.
dance?
I love Greek food anyway, so.
Yeah. But did you do a Greek dance?
No, they just had music going. That's all they had going.
Oh.
But some of the ladies were taking the food and handing it to you, and it was like one song that played, and one lady started dancing all by herself.
Oh, that's a good
It
idea.
was cute.
Yeah, there you go. At least you had fun, right?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
This is
I
the lady
usually,
that
I
makes it
usually
famous.
go to different things with Dottie,
Right.
to the church and different things like that they have going and everything.
This is the lady that makes the famous baked beans.
Really?
Did you get any of them?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get any of that chili?
Yeah. Excellent.
That went quick.
Well, that's why I get mine early. I don't take a chance. I can't miss out.
Yeah, and Mary's one of our biggest fans. Mary's also a very good friend of mine.
Ah.
So, but she makes baked beans, and she's an awesome cook. My daughter-in-law doesn't like carrots. She really doesn't. But I don't know what and onions. But Mary makes up this dish that you make up, Mary. My daughter-in-law loves it, doesn't
It's
she?
a Canadian dish that I make with maple syrup with the carrots and stuff.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, my grandfather
that
used to
sweetness.
make it, and everything. So I got that from him. That's a Canadian dish.
Yeah, because I remember Tammy saying, I'm not going to eat that. That's got carrots in it. And I said, well, try it. And she likes it now.
She has to do it.
Mary, on the 28th, if you're not doing that, we're going to be having a birthday party for my ex-wife if you want to come over.
Oh, all right, that sounds good.
We're going to have a cookout on the
That
we're
sounds
going to have outside cookout.
Yeah. Which on a Saturday, you see.
It'll be on a Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
I
drink.
think on a Sunday I go into Fall River. There's a car show I go down every year too, down to Fall River.
Yeah.
It's just this side of New Bedford where I go.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine that used to live in Fall River. I used to go there once in a while.
Yeah, that's nice down there.
Good old
It's
Lizzie
nice.
Borden.
It's just like you
Yeah.
got Fall River, you got
I
New
went through her
Bedford,
house.
Dartmouth,
Yeah.
and then you got Freetown,
Yeah.
and that's where the show is.
Yeah.
The end of May. It's down at the last Sunday of May.
Oh, that's good. Well, you sound a lot better than you have in a long time.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah, well, you see, the weather is changing too.
Yeah.
The dampness really, and the cold, that really gets to me.
Right. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then, Mary. Thank you for calling. We'll talk to you later.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
See you guys
now.
later.
All
Yeah.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to having. Because I've been wanting to have someone to interpret Spanish every once in a while. For
Right.
us. But because I always feel like we're leaving the Spanish community out, and I don't want to do that. You know, because it's both an equal opportunity show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
Next you need is sign language.
I thought of that too. I forgot. I used to do sign language, but now I can't. I haven't done it so many. It's amazing if you don't keep up with it how
Sure.
you forget
Yeah.
it, you know.
I've learned sign
If
language.
there's anybody out there that does sign language, or if you do Spanish,
Translation.
we would interpretations or whatever, or translation. That's it. Please give either Lori a call or Facebook, either one of us, and we'd be happy to talk to you about coming on and doing it for us. There is no money. You're not going to get rich. We're not going to pay you.
You're not going to get paid at
No.
all, period.
All you're going to do is have the pleasure of two beautiful people in gorgeous spaces.
And they're gorgeous guests.
And they're gorgeous
right.
guests. That's right.
See?
And everybody here, and I always tell everybody that you people are the stars. Like you're the star, and the people that watch this show, they're the stars. We're the only instruments that put on the show. And boy, did I have to learn that the hard way. I was all about me when we had the old TV studio.
Yeah, I
And
remember that old TV studio.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Angie was your
Yeah.
co-host.
Oh yeah, she was one, and I remember looking in the mirror, and the mirror just looking at me, and the spirit said, wanting to know who I thought I was, and I said, well, they took that ego away from me, and I let people know that I'm not the star. We're not. We're only tools. You're the star. The people out here are the stars. The cameraman is the star, as far as I'm concerned. We're only tools.
No,
to be
he's
seen.
God, so.
Yeah, well, he's God, but you're right.
Right, he makes the show happen.
All right.
That's right. Everything in this on our program is important. Scott, who does the picture taking, he takes the photography, and plus he's a sponsor of the show. He also plays a big part in my psychic events by making sure people get the registration forms. My daughter-in-law, who designs the advertisement, the posters. Everybody and people don't really. Yeah, I put a lot of the work into it, but I'm not alone. There's a lot of work to put on an event.
That's why I've never done it.
But I love it. Every year I say, this is the last one. Every show, it's the last one. But then I'll say, yeah, is it really? But my spirit says, really? This is what you want? You want to, But I love it because I believe, and I'm not trying to get a pat on the back. I don't think either one of us are. But I believe that you got to give back to the community what you receive.
That's why I really like that you always have the raffle for
Well,
whatever charity you choose for that
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, well, it's going to be another Manchester Animal Shelter again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our.
That's Norm's.
Yeah,
Pet.
Because in the
project.
past you've done other.
I've done a food bank. I've done the Liberty House. But it seems like I feel more comfortable with the.
And that's great.
And, well, you saw how much we raised, right? $1,400.
Yeah, that's
the most we
terrific.
ever raised.
That's terrific.
And we were in the union leader for giving we took a picture and sent it to the union leader with Lori and I and the lady, what's her name? Caroline, right?
Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline. Receiving the check. 'Cause I think I'm not doing it for self-centered, maybe a little bit of ego, who knows, but I want people to actually know that we're actually giving all that money to the
Right,
animal
because they
shelter.
could come and think, well, what really happened to the money?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, my friend Sue, who collects the money and pays the readers and like that, she's very good about it.
Yes.
And I found when I swallowed my pride, God, that was hard for me to do.
It's hard for everybody to do, Norm.
And allow other people to help me run the event. Because before, even my former co-host, I still ran it all by myself. And I said, you know what? Laurie does it, Scott does it. Now I allow, and it's
It makes it grow, right?
It's a growth. And the way we're growing now, my goal is to have 15 readers and probably 25.
50 or 15?
15.
I was going to say 50. Oh,
15. Yeah.
Nobody would be coming. Who would they go to, right? No, I think 15 is a good number. What do you think?
I think it depends on the time of the year.
Like in October?
Yeah, I think 15 for, like, when we did it this past spring would be far too many. Because I did an event in Hudson, and they had the same number of readers that they had in October, but we didn't have as many people coming through the door.
This year, we doubled the people coming through the door this last spring. And the last time we had, 55 to 75 come through?
Yeah.
And this time we had 150. And they said that actually had readings done there.
Yeah, which is nice because we have Sue keeps track of all that. It makes it nice.
So let's make it 150, and let's make it 250 people. Let's make it so that the animals can buy, we can buy the animals new nails and new facials.
No.
Oh.
How about food and medical services? How about we get the animals?
Well, how
that
about we
instead?
pay for them?
And help maybe
we could give
pay
them
a
back.
salary here or there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But just to know that we're doing it, I think this is so important.
Yeah.
I really do. And I know how many people that would, and I find it interesting, more people respond to to the animal than they do to the people.
That's
This is
very
just my
interesting, isn't
observation,
it?
And I believe that the animal in their own way thanks us. And this all goes in the animal shelters. Still, folks, they still need our donations. They still need money.
Absolutely.
They still need cleaning materials, newspapers, blankets, towels.
Copy paper, office supplies.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
You can take the skin off your back and maybe make a little something out of that and donate it to them. I'm a little bit weird.
I was going to say, where is that
I
coming
have no
from?
idea.
That was
What was
more
that
than a little
movie?
weird.
What was that movie? Cannibal Man. What was his name?
Oh my God! I just saw Jodie Foster too.
Yeah. What was
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
That's not the name
With,
of the movie, but that's
Jodie Foster.
right.
Yeah, remember that movie there?
I did not go see that movie.
It was excellent.
It is.
I'm sure it's
excellent.
good, but it just was not
the
the genre I like
right,
to watch.
Right.
Yeah, but
Not for
the
everybody.
guy portrayed it really well. And
Anthony Hopkins.
Jodie Foster did an excellent job of it. They tried to do a remake of it. Leave the originals alone. I don't really like movies when they remake them. Maybe once in a while, I love.
I think
Ghost.
they did a prequel for that.
Yeah.
So somebody else had to play Jodie Foster's part, I think.
Yeah.
Hannibal never was a sequel to that. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm looking at you, like I told you off theater, you are definitely get your passport lined up. 'Cause I see you doing a trip to Nova Scotia.
Okie dokie.
I also look at you're going to be going to Spiritually First.
Okay.
You do a lot of that traveling, right?
No. Not that I know of. Maybe in my sleep.
I think. And a lot of times that will happen. You'll feel either tired or refreshed after. I think traveling, astral traveling is awesome. Okay. Be prepared to do so.
Okay.
Okay, good. You ever do it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it fun?
Yes, I enjoy it quite a
What do
bit.
you call it? Astral projection?
There's astral projection, which is like when you stay in the room, you look down, see yourself, or astral travel, where you actually go off somewhere.
I've actually gone and traveled to watch a friend of mine have an open heart surgery. That was pretty cool. Watching and people think, but it's not like you're watching how they're actually performing the operation. It's not all that blood and gore that you might see, or actually watching somebody operate under a knee is pretty cool because you're seeing how they're really doing. And you can hear what they're saying, and then you wake up. I've actually seen myself watching a TV show, which is pretty cool too. It's amazing what your spirit will allow you to do as long as you allow it to.
Yes.
And you're writing a new book, right?
Slowly. I'm taking a vacation from them. There's a couple of them. One is a set of poems based on this one, and another one similar to this.
And my co-host, the lovely Lori Power Auto, take a bow, is doing a book signing.
I am on Friday, this coming Friday, in Nashua at the Holistic Self-Care Center from 6 to 8 p.m.
Imagine I'm between two authors.
Yeah, so when's your book coming out, buddy?
I have
Come
a
on.
friend of mine. I'm working on it. My friend Dave and Lorraine doing it back from the Bahamas, and they're going to help me write it out.
Nice.
So that's it. Would you do it with anybody else again?
Probably not, no.
There's really a lot of work to it, isn't it?
Well, it is a lot of work, and there's a lot of nuances when you're doing a collaborative book like this, where everybody has to do all their parts and all the pieces have to fall in together. So I would probably not. My next book that I've already started writing will be all my own.
Yeah, because you don't really get as much credit for it as you should.
No, you don't, and you don't make as much money off it. You don't get as much exposure. You don't get as much credit. Yeah, I mean, it's
But
a
the
lot
good
of
thing
things.
is that you have it under your
But
name.
right, but I am very blessed to be a published author. This book is best-selling in the energy healing category, on Amazon. So I am very, very blessed. But please buy from me, not from Amazon.
Right.
Because
Yes.
she makes more money. If you buy it through our yes, you pay more, but we make more money.
Actually, it's the same price if you buy it from me or Amazon. And
Amazon, it varies. I've seen this at $26.99.
yeah, they can play with the price. Amazon can. I don't have any control over that. But if you buy through Amazon, none of the actual authors make any money.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
if I do make some money, but because there's this interesting thing called a trade discount. They're buying it from my publisher at a 50% discount, and then they decide what they're gonna. And then ebooks, you can, as an author, cannot set, or the publishing company doesn't set the trade discount. It's the sellers who. It's just I've learned more than I ever wanted to know. But truthfully, I and my book designer will make more money if you buy it through my website through Dog Ear Publishing.
Right.
But we are grateful for every sale there is.
Absolutely. And that's
Yeah,
what I
it
tell
gives you
people.
It really does. So if you want to purchase your book, what do they do?
They can go to my website, which was up there but is not now, which is autoheart.com. So OTTO heart.com. And there's a little store on there. Soon there will be an Amazon link, but I haven't had a chance to put that on yet.
And they can buy it off through Facebook, through you.
They can write me on Facebook at Norman Friends, or they can email me at revloriato@gmail.
And if they want to purchase your book,
It's through KathrynSamuelson.com. There's a book page, and it has links to Dog Ear, which is the self-publishing company, as well as Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And as I said, it's the paperback, and it's also the ebooks, iBook, Kindle, and Nookbook. And
nobody does handbooks anymore, do they?
what?
Nobody does handbooks anymore. It's
Yeah,
all
there
like-
are hardback books out there.
Are there?
But a lot of people do
Do
the
not,
paperback.
yeah.
Right,
But
because
it's
it's
not
cheap.
as prevalent as it was
Yeah, somebody
before.
said to me, "Oh, you should have done the first part of the book in glossy pages." And I said, "Well, I wanted to do that, but the self-publishing company, it was either all glossy or all matte, and glossy paper is more expensive."
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right,
So-
because people may want the fancy stuff, but they don't realize that costs a lot more. And when you have to pay a lot more, you have to sell it for a lot more, and they don't want to pay a lot
Right.
more.
Somebody wanted me to sell this for like $15, $18, and I had to explain the trade discount, the author cost, and it was like, I'd be paying dog ear money.
Right. You have to. Yeah. You have
You
to make
do your
some
math.
money.
You have to do your math.
Right.
But actually, I'm going to be, for those who would want to travel, I'm going to be in Rockport, Massachusetts on Sunday at Dark Star Philosophia on Bearskin Neck. And there's a angel reader panel from 11 to 12:30, and then readings after that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Now, is that the only place you're going to be?
On Sunday, yeah.
I mean, any other?
On the 21st, I'm going to be in West Rutland, Vermont, which is be a fair trek for people from around here. But if you're ever in Western Vermont, there's two places that are wonderful. Pyramid Holistic Wellness Center in Rutland on Merchants Row, and the Vermont Herbal General Store in West Rutland. They're lovely people, great merchandise.
Well, we do have a lot of viewers from Vermont, so hopefully they will hear this. And
Right.
And we
And-
got about 150 from the south that was not online, so that's even cool. So we'll see if we can help our girls.
Right. So and Civi is great at, figuring out what herb. She's a licensed pharmacist, but she wildcrafts and grows most of the herbs that she uses, and she's able to, if you have a condition, go, oh, this is the kind of tea that you should have. She's really lovely, and they're great also at Pyramid.
excellent, excellent.
What people don't realize, and I think that, well, I shouldn't say realize, but there are more and more spiritual healing out there. We're not the healers. We're only the tools.
Right.
We do not heal.
People
Right.
heal themselves.
That's right.
Right. So
And
yeah.
that's not the case, as we're only the instruments that give you the knowledge of what we have.
Right.
A friend of mine gave me a block off a white birch tree. Those little knobs on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And when you break it up, and you make it into tea. And in fact, I tried it, and it really works well. It cleans out a lot
Oh,
of
the
the.
chaga tea.
You know what?
It's called chaga tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made that. I actually need to make some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the studies on that show that
Right.
it is very, very good for you. Yeah,
But part of it is you have to be open to the healing.
right. Right. But like anything. Even if you went to a MD and they said, do this, if you're not receptive and open to that advice, it's not going to work for you. Same thing if you come to me for Reiki or go to any other healer for anything. If you're not open and receptive to it, it's not going to work for you.
And one of the things I always tell people that one of the best ways to heal the tension from your body is by going to a Reiki energy worker. It's okay. And I also tell, don't be afraid to check out their background. Don't be afraid to ask the practitioner how long they've been doing it.
It's the kind of thing you would want to find out about a doctor or a
Any other
naturopath,
professional.
right? Who's recommending them. Yeah, I mean, I also think massage is great for getting
Oh,
those.
Yeah,
the
no,
massage is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm getting a massage the day after I travel to and from Rockport.
And that is just smart right there.
Yeah.
I changed it. I was like, no, it doesn't make sense to do it before I go.
Yeah,
I'll do it before and then after, see?
I've had to miss my
You gotta pay
massage the
for it?
last 2 weeks.
I know. Everybody thinks that the massages are expensive to be.
They can be,
but,
You
but,
think it'd be?
But
you
you know
know.
what? Isn't a doctor expensive for
Right.
15 minutes? When a massage, if you pay $100 or $80 or whatever they get, you're getting a full hour. With a
Right.
doctor, you're getting 15 minutes.
And you can. There are some amazing massage
There-
schools around
yeah.
here that have the interns that have to do the
Well,
hours.
it's
I
not
forget
actually
about that.
close to where I'm living, so.
But I'll tell you, there's a guy in Concord. In fact, you know him. You met him at the event, Chris Gately.
I could have.
He
I'm
was
crap
right
at
next to you
names.
at the event.
Oh, he was the
massage
flute guy.
person.
No.
No,
Oh,
that
the
was-
massage guy.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I got to tell you, I've had a lot of massages done. I have never had anybody that gave a massage. He's not afraid to go in there, and I love the pain of it. Gets me around.
Because you need to
Yeah.
break up the fascia. You need to
Yeah.
Right.
break-
And boy, you can feel it, but oh,
Unfortunately, if I were to drive from Hartford, Vermont to Concord to get a massage, and it would
you
It
waste
would
your
have been a
time.
waste of time, right?
Yeah, you know.
And there's got to be some amazing people out
Oh,
by
there
there.
are.
So you're not far from White River, right?
I am sort of in White River, sort of in Wilder. 'Cause
Yeah.
Hartford
Queechy
is
Goys Bridge.
the town of Hartford. There's 5 unincorporated villages. There's White River Junction, Wilder, Queechy, Hartford Village, and West Hartford. And so it's like, and
My-
you up there. It's like, okay, what's your street address? What's your mailing address?
Yeah. I used to, my brother and sister and brother-in-law used to live in White River,
Uh huh.
and they should
It's a
have
happening little town.
It is. They used to have a restaurant called the Polka Dot there.
It's closed.
Isn't it called? And then they used to have the railroad track going by the house, and my nephew and I, we were like 8 or 9 years old, would hop on the railroad tracks, you know what I'm saying, and on the rail train. All of a sudden, my brother-in-law caught us. Well, that wasn't very nice. I couldn't sit down for a week.
Serves you right. You could have gotten really hurt.
Yeah. You know, that's what people don't. You know, a spanking is not going to kill us.
But it's
And
not
there's-
not necessary a lot lot of the time either.
No.
What you did was extremely dangerous,
Yeah,
and
so I
really
deserved
needed
it.
to make
Yeah.
a point.
And he,
Right.
and,
Whereas
you
my
know, and he
mother,
did-
she could spank me till I was blue in the face, and I'd be like, she'd send me to my room, and I'd be like, Mom, I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of times there are much more effective ways to get your point
Oh
across.
yeah. Or I always hated to hear parents say to their family, their children, the child is crying. You've already yelled at him, and you might have spoken. I'll give you something to cry for. You know, that was my pet peeve. When people, why do you want to give them something to cry for when they're already
Well,
crying?
that's not acknowledging that your child has feelings when you do that. Your child has feelings, so they're already upset. Just because you don't understand it doesn't invalidate their feelings. And that is something that's always bothered me. Find out what is really going on.
My dad would I don't want to use the term beat me, but that's a little. He would beat me. He said, "Now I'm really going to get something to cry for." And he said, "Now why are you crying? You know, you beat me. You hit me.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? You know?" And so, and that wasn't all bad, but for you don't have to spank your children.
No. There are often much
More
almost
effective.
always there's much more effective ways to handle something.
I can remember I was going to spank my oldest stepson, and I kept hearing, "I got to do it one more time," like my dad would say. I said, "Wait a minute, what am I doing?" I actually broke the mold because I realized, you know what, I didn't like it, and there's other ways. Was I a perfect parent? No, but there are other ways of correcting a child.
Sometimes you just need to sit down and look them in the face and talk to them.
Right, exactly. Sometimes you just
And
need to find out
listen
what's
to
going
'em.
on with them.
Yeah.
Right.
So what caused you to do that?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and talk them through it.
Right.
So, and then-
listen. Really
Now there are
listen.
consequences.
Right.
The ABC, and it's in behavior and consequences. I'm a firm believer in that. So, what got you to decide to write that book after all of this?
Well, way back when, I remember this in like 2007, when I was still living in Melrose, Massachusetts. The terrific massage therapist I had there was also very intuitive, and I would come out, get dressed, come out for the massage, pay her, and we'd talk about what we both received during it. And one time she looked at it and said, "I think you're supposed to create a set of angel cards." And my action, frankly, was, holy crap, another thing to do? But it evolved into meditation cards, which then evolved to get it published into the book.
Now, you made some cards, right?
We had some demonstration cards. We had demo sets, but we didn't.
You've got to go. My spirit is telling your spirit you've got to complete them.
Well,
Before you finish that book, you've got to complete the cards.
they're
you
going to
can
have
be
to help me.
stubborn.
They're going to have to help me figure out how to get them published and how
They
to pay
will.
for it.
They said they will.
Okay.
When you go back to it, they're going to show you how.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's important that you finish that project.
Although when I switched, I got their permission to switch. So
Now you got to go back and do it.
Well, there's
you
the
brought
part-
in a set, right?
Huh?
You brought some in once. They were beautiful. You don't have any with you, right? By any chance?
no, they were the
That's right.
demonstration set.
They
for-
were beautiful.
They were these images.
Right. I've
Yeah.
seen. Yeah.
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 So next time you come in, you got to bring them with you, please.
If I remember.
I'll.
Because I might pull what my dad, as he got older and was getting a dementia, he'd say something to me, go, "Well, I've slept since then."
By the
I
way, I'm
love
going to
that.
congratulate you early. And you're going to say why. Because you're actually, the next 2 years, is someone's life that you're going to be saving.
Okay.
Okay? I don't mean it's a medical, but I believe it's a spiritual,
Okay.
and I believe it's a suicidal verge.
Okay.
Okay? And by you having the charm that you have, you're firm, but you're also very delicate in how you handle things. Okay?
Not 100% of the time.
Well, as
In
far as
this case, you would.
I'm just telling you what the
Yes.
spirit is saying. Okay? I'm not. See, I'm not delicate. I don't know how to be. You know?
No, he does
But,
not know how to
Well, having been a lawyer, you learn to choose words.
yeah, you know. But this lady is really despondent. She is about 35 or 40 years old, and she also, her whole family turned their back on her for no reason. Her mother said some horrific things about her.
Shame on the family.
Now remember, this hasn't happened yet,
No.
so if this feels like true to your family, you have time to change it.
Absolutely.
Don't cause unnecessary drama in your life, in anyone's life. Just love each other. Just
Right.
love each other.
Certainly not my family, so.
No, this lady is going to be not too far from where you're actually living. And you're going to be sitting there, and you're going to say, at first you're going to look at her, you're going to kind of ignore her,
Okay.
but then you're going to say, wait a minute. And then, you're going to be walking. You have a dog?
No, but there's a lot of dogs at Woodhaven.
Because you're going to either walking or you're walking around that area, and you're going to feel,
Oh, and then he'd been going to Kilowatt Park. Do you know Kilowatt Park in Wilder? A lot of dog people in Kilowatt
Yeah.
Park.
and you're just going to look at her, and you all of a sudden your spirit is going to, you're going to try to walk away from her.
But you're not going to be able to.
You're not, your spirit's not going, it's almost like your spirit's going to freeze you right there. Make that choice. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Listen, couple things. Like once I was going to go out, because I'm a chocoholic, and I suddenly was like, I want chocolate, but I was getting ready to go out, and Globe Trekker was playing, and they were in Uzbekistan, and I'm like, la la la, and suddenly they moved into, I think, Kyrgyzstan, and I was frozen because apparently I lived in Kyrgyzstan in a past life, but I was just like, this was even more of an urge to go out and get this
Wow.
chocolate. It was just like I was being driven, and I went to one place and it was closed, so I went to go to another place, and this little girl had run away from home in February at night, no hat, gloves, coat, or shoes.
Wow.
And so I called the police. Of course, the police officer was like, no, there's something really. So I just prayed afterwards that she was okay, but she would have frozen to death probably.
Right. See, so you did.
And it amazing you how the spirit sends
Yeah.
us to these different
That's
places.
just where we have to be, right?
You know?
Yeah. And so,
So-
of course, my sister, the
yeah.
psychologist, was like, well, no, because obviously something's going on, because she was frightened that her mom was going to kill her, That's,
Right. Which is sad
and
and
unfortunately,
heartbreaking.
this police
and
officer
sad.
was like, no.
My favorite thing that everybody is to love, everybody, love each other. We don't have to agree with them.
Right.
We don't have to live with them, but just love.
Right. No matter
Come
what.
from a place of the heart.
Love is the answer. So now, being an author and doing angel readings is not all you do. You do the spiritual automatic writing.
Right, and I'm also a life coach.
So can you tell people about those parts of you? As some people may not understand.
Some people call it automatic writing. Some people call it spiritual writing. I call it whatever. And you take pen in hand or some writing type instrument, and I don't even use ink anymore because they just write over and over and over and over and get in the same spot. You can't read it anyway. But that's how they just literally take over and start to write. Angels, guides, the universe, the luminous web that holds everything together, whatever you want to call, where we get information, and that's how they provide information to me.
Are you ready to do a reading? Okay. Scott is going to court on the 18th of May.
Mm-hmm.
Will we finally get a positive answer, and will his money finally come?
Yes.
Okay.
It might not be exactly on the 18th of May, but it's going to be very, very soon. And the other side is going to capitulate and go away.
All right.
That would be wonderful.
And what he
Be
could
about
probably
flipping
continue.
time.
Is that what you're getting, Lori?
Well,
Or are you too close
I think
to
I'm a
it?
little too close to the
it.
situation to be objective because I just get angry now when I think about it, which is my
Yeah, and that's
failing.
something I think, unfortunately, some readers don't understand, and they rely on themselves totally for things. Where, like, three of us understand that we're too close to something,
Right.
so we consult other people.
Right. That's why I asked you, because
Right.
I could ask, like Lori and I are very close.
Yeah.
I always tell people, you do not read your best friends,
Or people
Right.
you love.
relatives, or whatever.
Or you
Yeah.
do it with caution.
Right, because, and as I always teach, the thing is, your knowledge of them and their knowledge of you will skew the reading. And it may not come out what spirit wants it to do. If you're very close or you're,
Yeah,
intimate.
and there are even times with somebody that, even if you don't know them, if they ask a question that really kind of hits a personal belief system.
Right, triggers you,
And I had that happen once. This young woman was asking about doing a certain thing to make money, and I just had to say, like, I just have to stop and step out of my belief system here. And she appreciated it.
Right.
They gave me the same answer I would have given.
But still, you still distanced yourself to get the true answer and not your automatic response
Which
based
was
on
like,
your beliefs.
Hell no.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
By the way, just to let you know, I had a lot of compliments about you at the
Well,
last
thank
event.
you. Thank
If
you.
I don't, I'm not afraid of telling people either.
Ain't that the truth?
A couple of people I'm not going to have back, but that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
You
These are
try
the
new
that
people
are
and you
coming
see.
on.
Right. Oh, so, all right. So upcoming guests on Norman Friends, Brandy Wells.
She's really nice.
Oh, you know her?
I did her event in Jaffrey.
Very nice. Michelle Talon, I'm sorry. She's the essential oils, correct?
Right.
Yes, those were amazing. Cheryl Cuomo and Dr. Tony are coming on. June 8th, though, you guys don't want to miss that show because that is the day that Norm and I will be interviewed by Don Drew and Chris Gately.
That should be fun.
Yes, that should
We're
be
going to
very
be sitting
interesting.
over there, and they're going to be sitting here.
They will be in the driver's seat. The 15th, Cindy Stewart comes on. The 22nd, Susan Morgan. The 29th, John.
John, I can't remember the last name now, but I have it at home. John has a disease that's slowly killing him. And he's
I'm
it's
so
a very
sorry.
rare. And so he wants to come and tell people about it.
Oh, well, thank him for being so brave.
Right. And
Right.
he actually made a CD, and I have a copy of it. And he plays it. He sings in the French country and the American. And I'm excited for the fact that he is coming on the show.
So he's also a singer.
He's also a singer.
Wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful. And July 6th, Hope.
Oh, I got some exciting news about her yesterday.
Okay.
Hope is not a reader. She's just I don't want to use the word ordinary. She's just a person that's going to come in and tell about how she's experiencing the spiritual growth within herself.
That should be a really interesting
Very
topic.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah, I like
excited.
that.
And I like to. I'm not bragging, but she gave me some of the credit. I don't take credit. You know, the spirit does it all. And I'm excited about her coming on. And you know what? Erin Phillips, her 11-year-old daughter, either 11-year-old daughter is going to be coming on. She's related to.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. The young
Yeah.
girl. So
Yeah.
so Erin is the grandmother? Or
Erin is the mother.
Is the mother.
Yeah.
But her daughter
Her
is
daughter
the one
is
that's coming on to sing.
Yeah, she's an 11-year-old.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. On July 20th is our good friends Adventure Camp. And we'll be able to hear all about their exciting
Yeah, we're going to give them
new
a half hour,
things.
and then they're going to talk about the horse that they work with Netherlands. No,
Rich Damboys, he does with the Newfoundland ponies.
Yeah, that's it.
So he's going to talk about how they're endangered and what is being done to save the
Are the
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland ponies related to the Iceland ponies?
I do not know. The Newfoundland ponies are in Newfoundland. Well, there's some
Yeah,
in
but they're
Peterborough
becoming
and-
extinct, and what they're
Right.
trying to do is they're building
So,
a
perhaps.
place in Greenfield, I think it is, somewhere like that.
Yeah, somewhere in Peterborough or somewhere like that. Okay, so on July 27th is Lynn Nickerson.
Okay, she has a radio show. Her and her partner have a radio show. They talk about going into houses like psychic
so the
reading.
paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah.
DeLuna.
The Luna. I gotta get him a call and make sure she's coming. She plays the harp.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
love the harp.
I want to get her to do a half-hour show at the event. I'm doing something different. I'm doing I'm having teaching at that little room there.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's plenty of room to do it with, so I'm going to be doing. I might as well, if I'm paying for it, I might as well utilize it all.
Yeah. Frog,
is
Jared.
coming back, yep.
Jared, that was on last week. Jared Powers. We are not biologically related, just distantly. And August 17th, my favorite flute maker, Bob White Barrelson. 24th of August is open right now. So, Carl, if you're listening, let's talk. August 31st, Karen.
You know, I don't remember her last name. Oh, yeah, Karen Tibbett. She does tarot card readings.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I've seen her on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I met her.
She is sending out an email to readers about upcoming events,
Yeah.
so you might want to get it.
Yeah, I did. I got a hold of her and asked her about, and she forgot that she said that she's free, so she's going to be coming to our event. So we're going to be.
No, but I mean, she sends out to readers about events
she's
that are
gonna be
happening.
doing that too.
Right.
Yeah.
On September 7th, Bill and Lisa Spinney will be coming on talking about Erica's Run. They are from Strike Back Against Cancer, and Erica's Run is in honor of their daughter who died of a very rare form of cancer very quickly, very unexpectedly. And they do this now to help other people who are fighting cancer. September 14th is Pauline Hayworth. September 21st is Dick.
The guy that comes here, Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
September 28th.
He's going to be talking about how to reverse
Yes.
diabetes.
He was a scientist, and he was diagnosed with diabetes, and he was able to reverse his own diabetes. He's actually a very fascinating
Actually,
man.
that's another guy that can out-talk me.
And he's very casual about it.
Yeah, he sat there very casual, like when there's something in the living room. I loved it.
Yeah, it was
That's
awesome.
what I want people to do.
Yeah.
He was very casually talking, and I just sat there, didn't have to say a word. I almost fell asleep a couple of times, you know.
Well, you on September 28th, because our good friend Susie Marat will be here.
Yeah.
And she will keep us on our toes. She's a lot of fun. October 5th, Rich.
I don't remember. I have to look it up.
Okay. Sorry, Rich. Don't know your name. October 12th, Carolyn Vanderhorst from the Manchester Animal Shelter will be coming on, and that will be preceding our event on the October 22nd to raise money for the Manchester Animal Shelter. On October 19th, Hannah, Michelle, and Emmy Bedard will be coming on talking about their haunted trail that they do to help raise money for other people. You guys might remember that Hannah is a young girl that when her family lost everything, their home, their jobs, everything, instead of feeling sorry for herself, she started this haunted trail to raise money for other people that were struggling. So they take nothing from this. Everything is to help other people. And
That's pretty amazing.
They are a remarkable family. It's a remarkable young lady. And now, the whole family is part of it. It really is a beautiful thing. October 26th, Darlene Doty will be coming on.
And she's going to be at the event.
Okay. She will be there. November 16th, Bruce Hoskins and Mischief Managed will be back on. If you remember, they did our Christmas show last year, and it was amazing. They do medieval magicals in their a cappella group. So it was really pretty awesome.
And we had we had this one guy that actually came out that she's having an operation, she's transgender. He actually came out on our show and talked about it. Which
Yes, unprompted. We didn't know anything about it. It was pretty amazing.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I want to let everybody know this is your show. It is a community show. And
after all, it's called Norm and Friends.
Right.
Right.
So if you have an event or something you want us to talk about, please let us know.
If you don't agree with us, you don't like us,
right.
But you know what? Be the person enough to come on here and tell us why.
Right. You can always email Norm there and on his page, spiritualvisionary.net. You can contact me at autoheart.com, and you can always write us at Norm and Friends on Facebook.
Especially when I tell people to poke them in the eye, then she says, email him.
Yeah. That's all him, peeps, not me.
We've been doing this show together for
almost 2 years.
2 years now.
Almost.
How long ago was it that you moved from the old studio?
6 years ago? 6, 7 years ago. John, do you know how long it's been since we've been up here? Is he out there?
I don't know.
Oh.
Sounds like God's stuck
Because
it
I couldn't remember how long. Because I did.
You
I
went to
started
the old
coming when
studio.
Angie.
Yeah. I think we've
Angie
been here
was your
like 6,
co-host.
7 years now. I remember when I first started out first we started out with a half hour there. Then I started out with an hour. Then this other guy had to leave due to illness, so I took an hour and a half and an hour and a half. So altogether I had 3 hours. And now I have this, so.
Right, and you used to be on at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So I had to get up at 6 to put my makeup on to make sure all my cucumber mask was sewn on, because I didn't want to show the wrinkles,
Never.
Al's going to be calling in, I guess.
Cool.
5:50.
Cool.
Al completely, we had breakfast together.
Yeah, I
And,
saw him at the event.
Yeah, and he's coming back. And
Is he doing the weather somewhere?
I think he does for the Gerard
Well, he does
show.
for a couple of radio stations.
Yeah.
He did tell me that.
Yeah.
On several radio
He doesn't
stations.
miss the TV at all. Well, he said over 35 years, that's long enough.
Yeah.
And towards the end, then they were not respecting him.
That's too bad.
It really is. But he's very happy now in his job now, and he's really overcome his shyness.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's come a long way. He's totally. I loved running into him the other night and on Mother's Day, and that was just an extra treat for me. And he tried to leave without saying goodbye. I don't know what he was thinking.
Well,
I
that
tracked
wasn't
him
going
down.
to work.
That's
Yeah.
it. No way, buddy.
And, but he works at Macy's. He's an associate.
He told
there.
me that, yeah.
And he really loves it.
Sometimes the jobs where you go and you don't have to think when you go home are the best.
Yeah. And he goes home. He does what he has to do to get ready for the next, and like a Gerard show, whatever it's called there. And like he did the Telegraph, I think he says, and weather into them, and another radio station, Lowell. So he's busy.
He said he does a couple of different radio stations anyway. I think he said
Well,
4.
He's the happiest that I've seen him.
Yeah.
He really is, and it's so awesome. My friend, by the way, my friend Diane, congratulations. She beat cancer.
Congratulations.
And Allison, her last treatment is coming up in June, I believe. I think she told me.
I think
we
that's what she
talked
said,
together,
yeah.
And for all those who are not doing that well, unfortunately, I don't remember the name. I mean, I'm always going to write the names down, but I never think about it until the end. But for those who are not doing well, Kathryn, Lori.
Yeah, what's my name?
Lori.
Let's work on
What's
that.
my line?
And myself, I don't even know my name half the time. We are going to send out special prayers. But in spirit of all the angels that are healing, for the ones who have been lost, for the people who, especially on Mother's Day, the family members who have lost a mother on that day, knowing that they are blessed to have the angels of the mother just watching over them. And for the people whose mothers are not doing well, or fathers, or anybody in their lives that are not doing well, we ask for special healing to be with them. We ask in the name of all the spirits. Amen.
Amen.
My friend Lorraine and Dave Dewey, Lorraine's sister is not doing well now. Alma, A-L-M-A. Okay. And we have another friend, Corey. She's not doing well. Very stubborn. She's in Vermont. She's a Vermonter. Vermont people are very stubborn. Okay. But I love the country. And I like them. I used to walk across the Quincy Gore Bridge there and like that. That's a beautiful, beautiful place. But Corey, she's like in her 80s, and in her mind, she believes that she's well and has beaten cancer. And you know what? As long as she believes it, and that's what keeps her
That's
going.
it.
That's the best thing in the
That's
world.
it.
Right.
And I wish we could just block like all these Pete Taylors do. Be healed, and have them all. You know what I'm saying? But we all have to go through these different types of
Things,
things to grow
situations.
who we are today. Like with me, I allowed my negative energy to be controlling me. Like some lady who gave me this thing there, and of course I took it to heart instead of calling the person right away. So if something's going to go wrong, it did that week. But now, you know what? It's better. I'm going to be better. You've had those days where you...
Oh, sure. Everybody's, you're doing, great for like 90% of the time, and then suddenly you like get a little worried about money or whatever, and you go.
Right. I mean, we are still humans. So, well, it's like I was telling you, I try not to get angry because I know when I get angry, it negatively affects me and doesn't help the situation at all. But there are times I still get angry.
We're only human.
Right.
It's what you do with your anger that's important.
Yeah.
Right. You have to let it go. You can't bottle it up inside and carry it forever.
That's ginger ale, orange juice, and pineapple.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
I can remember I used to wear my when I was blind before I was blind. Yeah, you came when I was blind.
Right.
And I can remember I used to wear the sunglasses and the lights there really did hurt, and the cataracts or whatever. And one of the callers comes and says, "What did you do? Have a night bender on Coke?" I go, "No." He says, "Well, I'm at Particle, probably." And then he and I became friends after that.
All right.
He actually, there's some people that were threatening to beat us, not beat me up and all that stuff. Him and his friends actually came down to make sure that nobody was going to touch me. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was very nice.
Because I don't expect everybody's going to believe us.
No,
No.
and I think when you're, even if you've had readings before, having a tad of skepticism is good.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to what the meditation said, which is think clearly,
Right.
and make your own judgment.
Right.
I love skeptics.
And I tell people, whatever they advise, you can say, no, I'm not going to do that, because you have free will.
I tell everybody, that it basically it's just a discussion. They have control. They can make their decisions based on what I say.
Mm-hmm.
They are under no obligation to follow my advice or spirit's advice.
Right.
They can do what they want.
And I'll say is, when they're giving you advice, it's based on what they think is energetically good for you. So, if they say you should move to Vermont and you don't want to move to Vermont, okie dokie,
Right.
Or yesterday I was doing a reading for a woman, and it was, some physical issue, and I said, they're not giving me the physical diagnosis, they're just giving me, I was really clear, they're giving me what they see energetically.
Your mother says hi.
Hi, Mom.
She says no matter what, she's still proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
She doesn't always understand what you're doing, but she's very
Well,
proud.
she was a good Methodist lady. And my grandfather was a Methodist minister, so
Gotcha.
he preaching sometimes in German, sometimes in Swedish.
My first encounter with any type of church was the Methodist church. It was on the second floor in Sunapee, New Hampshire. I can remember going there. And that, I think, that's when I realized that I had a spiritual gift. And I fell asleep. And then I used to go over in Springfield, New Hampshire, once again up on the second floor, and we had this minister named Mr. French. And he had hair coming out of his ears, and we used to, it was awful. We used to laugh at it. Forgive me now, Mr. French. But he taught me a lot of the spiritual being. And he actually said to me, someday you're going to be a good leader. I go, okay, yeah, right, because kids didn't like me then and made fun of me. Yeah, right, if I'm lucky, But I listened to what he had to say. Even today he talks to me, so I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
And when we open our hearts, it doesn't have to be Method, doesn't have to be Catholic, doesn't have to be whatever, but if you open your heart to listen to your own spiritual divinity or your own spiritual messages, you're a lot better.
Yes.
Try to find that divine spark within.
Right.
What made you decide to go into this and give up a lucrative law practice?
Well, it's a couple things. I moved from Illinois to Massachusetts, and I'd been working on the automatic writing the whole time, since about '93, and I moved to Massachusetts in 2004. I couldn't get a job. The universe was like, nope, you're done with that. It's like people who weren't originally from Massachusetts would say, but you're not from here, which I thought was really interesting. It's like, and I'm thinking, but you weren't originally from
Right.
here either. And because of the years of practice, I didn't have a book of what they call in law, book of business to bring. And people didn't, I even was interested in possibly like entry-level position with a firm. Oh no, she'd get bored. It's like, let me make that decision.
I hate when people say, "Oh, you're overqualified."
Yeah.
You know what? It's my decision if I want this job or not. Why would-
Right, and then
yeah.
one time, some guy who was the head of his department at this law firm announced to me in the start of the interview that nobody in his department wanted him to interview me. So he wanted me to convince him that he should hire me. But part of the job was something I would have had to learn, so he spent time telling me how arcane Massachusetts law was and his example, and I'm sitting thinking, you just told me you malpracticed.
Right.
So I finally said, well, and part of it was affordable housing and part of it was eminent domain. He said, so how much is affordable housing? He said, about 20%. I said, so hire me for 20% time. Would not do it. And, I finally had to say, this isn't a fit.
Right.
It's
That's
like-
weird.
And I'm walking out of there going, oh, God, they would have, they wouldn't have helped me malpractice, but they wouldn't have been helpful. They would have been, it would have been just like. And I noticed like a month or so later, he was still advertising for that position, when if he divided it up, he probably could have filled it.
Right. Well, Spirit has a way of keeping it. You could have gone, oh, why aren't they giving me a job? Why aren't they giving me a job? But instead, you realized that was Spirit saying, this is not your path anymore. And you went a different path.
And I ended up going and getting certified as a life coach. And
That's
Nice.
like when I walked out of nursing, nothing in my pocket, nowhere to go, and gave up everything. And the best part I get was the alcohol. But I gave up everything, and I can remember walking from Derry to Manchester, and you say, what am I going to do? I've had enough of it. And I'm really grateful that I did go to the medical field. Because I look at it today, and I don't see the compassion. I don't see the caring anymore.
the way the system's set up, it's as if the people who are practicing it aren't allowed to have the time to have compassion.
Right. In a lot of practice. I'm very blessed with my doctors, I have to say. They're all very wonderful. I mean, my primary care doctor is amazing. The majority of her staff is wonderful. But when I worked at the hospital, I noticed less and less that there was the ability to interact with patients really on any type of personal level. It was all like, you don't have time to do that. You need to go boom, 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 and then you're so exhausted that you go home and pass out. And I was grateful that I didn't have that job, but still working in that energy, Spirit said, get out of here.
I saw my doctor the other day about something, and and she was like, have you ever heard of functional medicine? And I just said yes. I didn't bother to say, the angels and guides are quite often telling people now to go see a functional and she said, for this, maybe you should go see this
Right.
naturopath.
Well,
But she would like
yeah.
to be kept in the loop, and
I got into Reiki because my ENT, and you can read that in the book, just brought that together. My ENT actually said, I can't help you anymore. Try this Reiki thing. And she didn't know what it was, but she knew that some of her patients were having success with it.
Okay, what is that now?
The book, it is called The Inner Circle Chronicles, Book 3, Intuitive Healers Leading the New Economy with Integrative Health, Soul, and Spirit. And it's a collaborative book, 10 of us women telling our stories. And it's actually for the most part, a really good book.
And
I'm
yours
very
is
pleased.
it's Opening the Heart, Meditations on How to Be. And
Mine
it's,
coming, folks.
Which is another very good book. By the way, I do personally own a copy of that book,
Me too.
and I highly recommend it.
thank you very much.
I also have read it from 1 and 2, and I also recommend it. And I definitely recommend what you wrote.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't worry about the other about what you wrote. I have a right to say it's my show. But what's the name of your topic?
It's my Unexpected Path to Wellness.
You hear that, folks, by Lori Otto. So read it, enjoy it. The lady who works at the packing garage, enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a
God bless
lady
her.
every week. She always goes. Then she goes home on Sundays and watches our show. She's really a true lady.
Oh, such a sweetheart.
So you can go on to Channel 23 and go into the archives and find.
We have replays. They changed it.
Sunday at 4 o'clock. The replay. Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I was going to say AM or PM.
In the morning, and Tuesdays at 8 a.m.
And then we're also on YouTube,
YouTube.
and on IPM Nation.
Yep. And I also, oh, that's out.
Scared me. Something up with me.
Hey, Al. Oh, good. How are you? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, pretty quiet, actually. You know. But,
Might help if we get.
What a beautiful day, though.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
We had Kathryn Samuelson here today.
Hi, Al.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Kathy brought the sunshine and warm weather, Norm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of
I
nothing.
try.
Lots of
can't help
nothing
it,
get
she's
any
just
hotter,
sunshine.
Al.
Well, it could be near 80. We're going to hit 80 tomorrow, Norm.
Yes.
You know, it's going to get cool off for you over the weekend. Sunday we'll be back down in the upper 50s. But tonight it's going to be a clear, beautiful night. Normally Kathy and Laurie and everyone low tonight, low to mid-40s. And another sunny, gorgeous day tomorrow, 75 to 80. We'll be cool up here along coastal Rocky and Portsmouth and the coast. And then on Friday, we'll become cloudy, showers late in the afternoon,
Oh, on
continuing
Friday.
Friday night. Near 70, cooler on Friday with the cloud cover, and the showers will be in. Then Saturday, we should see some partial clearing, temperatures near 70, and then only 55 to 60, mixed sun and clouds, much cooler on Sunday. So, by Sunday, your cool weather will be back.
All right.
Make
All right.
driving to Rockport better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Cindy. That's a good thing. Did you have a good breakfast, Al?
It was good, yes. Thank you. Yeah, it was enjoyable, yes.
Yeah.
And what do you predict on the Red Sox? Another win? They got 3 goals win? What do you feel?
I actually think we're going to make it. We're going to make it 3 in a row.
Then we're gonna win.
Yeah, their offense is great. They had over 10 runs the last 2 games.
Yeah. You know, that's setting a new record. You know, they hear people think that Boston, last year was a bad year. That was
It
the
really
only
was a
year
tough
out of how
year.
many? You know.
Yeah.
You know, but this guy is really. Plus, he also overcame cancer.
Yeah.
You know, like that. You
What
know.
do you think tonight, Dallas and St. Louis? I think it's Game 7. What do you think? St. Louis, what do you...
I keep looking at who was it? Dallas and St. Louis.
I'm pretty sure it's Game 7 tonight.
I'm actually looking at St. Louis winning.
You think so?
Yeah. What do you think?
And it's going to be close to another Game 7. I know last night was Game 6. Washington's gone. I know that they lost to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won. They advanced on to Tampa Bay.
You're right.
What do you think's going to win the Stanley Cup? You have any ideas?
No, not really. Since the Bruins aren't playing, I haven't been following it.
Well, I don't follow hockey, but I have to go with Pittsburgh because that's my hometown. So
All right.
that's
Lori
where I'm
said,
going.
yeah, Lori says Pittsburgh.
And I don't follow sports at all.
Lori's saying Pittsburgh.
She thinks the Penguins. They have a good chance. They have a lot of speed. They were moving pretty fast last
I
night.
don't follow hockey.
Yeah.
Well, then, I'll leave you alone. Have a great night. We'll talk to you early next week. Have a good rest.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Bye,
Next time
Al.
we'll do
Bye,
lunch.
Al.
How's that?
Yeah, we'll do lunch. Have a good night. We'll
Yeah.
talk to you soon.
Okay.
Right,
Bye-bye
bye.
now.
Bye-bye, Al.
Bye-bye.
He's so sweet.
I often think he's a guy that was really well known. I can remember when he first came to the studio down there, okay? And I went, boy, does he think he's something else, you know? I didn't realize how shy he was. He really is. But Joe brought him through. And
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Very shy.
And then all of a sudden I started talking to him. He was on our show down there and over here for about 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
I remember him coming in and doing the show.
Yeah. I kind of miss him coming in.
I do. I mean, he came in a couple times,
Yeah.
2 or 3 times. And that
That
was always
probably
nice.
depends on his schedule. And
Yeah.
And then he got that job back in Gary.
Yeah.
They treat him like a.
Shame on that.
I finally gained, you know what I actually, what I am proud of him with is that he got the courage to say no more.
Right.
He really, and he wants it where he's at.
Yeah, he's very
He's
happy.
he's very happy there. He's in the top 20 out of all the Macy's for the year. He's in the top 20s. Starting getting the most people to sign up for credit cards. And I think that's phenomenal.
Well, considering how extremely crippling shy he has been in the past, it's amazing.
I know. I'm trying to picture my friend out. Like you just said, he's shy. I'm trying to picture him taking that introvert and bringing it to the outrovert, and outwardly now. And I'm so happy that, cause there again, Al is a model of you can overcome any.
He's probably still an introvert, but he's managing it, is what he's
Right.
doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And even at that, when we had our picture taken, I have to show you if it come out. When we had our picture taken at the having breakfast, you can see he was still shy. You know. Kathryn, who's David?
My friend Linda has a husband named David.
Okay, well,
There's a show host that I've been on his radio show 3 times called David Franklin Farkas.
well, there's something about this guy that I'm seeing that is, I don't know how to do this anymore.
Every time you get a new phone, it's different.
You have to relearn it all over again. I am not a techie, not in any way.
No. I got to show. But Al, you can see him when people go and talk to him, and we go to a restaurant like Applebee's or wherever, and he's glowing, but you can still see the shyness coming out, and like that. And like I was saying to Al, I asked Al, I said, "Do you miss being on TV?" He goes, "Not really, but you know what? You're an entertainer. You'll always have that in your heart. Like we're entertainers here, if you want to call it that, And I'm going to be, as soon as he gets this money, I'm going to take a Wednesday off.
Sure you are.
And boy, I have never missed a Wednesday, only 3 times in 16 years.
So what were you saying about David? This David?
Oh, yeah. Huh?
David? You were saying
Oh,
something about
this
David?
guy, David. I don't know. His spirit has passed over. He said he was young when you knew him. You might have known him in elementary school. What he's doing is apologizing for not being very nice to you.
Okay. I accept the apology. I'm sorry I don't remember you, David.
That's okay. He didn't expect you to. But he was one of the so-called goody two-shoes guys, so to speak, that enjoyed bullying. You were shy in school?
Yes.
And so he was one of the ones that picked on you in 3rd and 4th grade.
Okay.
Okay. And
I've blocked out a lot of that.
Yeah, me too.
It's like-
But he for some reason he wants to come and apologize to you. He said
Well,
that
thank you.
He can rest easy now.
Okay.
Okay. He died a horrendous death of cancer.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But he just wants to let you know that he apologized, and also to his best friends, he thought were his best friends were not his best friends. They turned on him as well.
Bullies will do that.
Yep.
That's what people don't realize. Being a bully in school or being a bully in life, period, is not cool. I've been on both sides of the coin, and it's not cool,
And maybe I don't know for sure, but I have a sense that some bullies do it because it makes them feel bigger.
Right, because they're bullied
Because
at
they
home.
actually feel they have like zip self-esteem.
Right. Almost every bully has no self-respect or self-love, and they do it to make themselves feel more important.
Well, that's like in big corporate way. The big guys in the corporate world that are bullies. They go home and their wives treat them, get over there and do this, or get over there and do that. So in the corporate world, they're the big bosses that are bullies for. It could be their wives or there's maybe their mothers or something bullied them. But in the world, this is their world. They can do what they want. Like when I was bullied in school, and I became the bullier because I was looking for attention. I wasn't about to let anybody push me around again. And you know what? All I did was people hate me just as much or dislike me. So there's a no-win situation in here. There really isn't. And if you think it is, believe me, folks, you're not winning. If you think if you're a big gang and you go around beating on people because they think it's cool to do. Most of you who beat up on other people, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people beat up on one, will not fight with a person one-on-one.
Right, because they're cowards.
Yeah, And why fight? What are you accomplishing?
Who knows?
That's my thing. I've been very blessed. I walked right out there last Sunday with the people out there. You knew they were troublemakers and whatever. And I say to them, why are you doing this? Someday you might read in the paper where I got shot, but that's okay. But that's what my job's all about. If we can save one person, we've done what we're supposed to be
Right.
doing.
Sometimes I think people get overwhelmed and don't do anything because they think they have to save the world.
Yeah.
Right.
You only have to do what you can do.
Right.
And decide what your piece of that is, and you don't have to do everything.
Right. Small kindnesses make the biggest difference. Holding a door, saying hello, eye contact, smiles, hugs can all make a big difference and don't cost you anything.
Nope.
And I think it's the Dalai Lama has said that the way to change the world is if everybody changes themselves.
Right. Exactly.
And don't we have to do that first?
Right. You really do.
You know, and don't you? You know, one of my biggest things I tell everybody, you can't love until you really truly love yourself.
Right. Your pen keeps talking to me. It wants to talk to you. I don't know.
My chopstick
yes.
that I'm using.
Yeah, I know, but you use it to write.
Right,
So that's why
yeah.
I called it a pen. I don't know. It kept telling me to have you pick it up. It had something to tell you. I don't know what it
Maybe
was.
you need a message from her.
I don't know. It's just what it said to me.
Maybe I'm a little tired from.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just wanted to talk to you.
It just wanted me to hold it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's. I think it's personal. Whatever it is, it has something to tell you.
Maybe it'll be later.
It happens a lot. It says stop worrying about other people and take better care of yourself. Does that make sense to you?
I think I'm on a constant journey of trying to take better care of myself.
You really got to really take a lot better care of yourself.
You know, and doing a pretty good job, Norm. But
What's buttercup flowers mean to you?
maybe it's a plant for the next book.
I'm seeing, the little buttercup. Remember how they used to tell you that you hunt it under your chin if it means you're in love or if you like butter and stuff. And so I'm getting a patch. Ooh, patch. What's your head? Patch. Because it's going to go way up. And it keeps growing and it keeps
Keep that
growing.
doing, and I'm going to have to do it with you.
Yeah, that's good. I want
It's a
you to.
swimming exercise.
Yeah, good. You do it too because it's all that big patch is growing, and I keep
move that
seeing
way.
it keep growing, and I'm looking at it. There's oh my gosh, there's a little girl dancing in the middle of that patch of buttercups.
Could be just a symbol for transformation and growth and
Yeah,
abundance.
Okay, the sky
joy.
is very. Oh my God, what a pleasant view! What a pleasant feeling! The sun is. The clouds are just melting away. It's all around
Have
you.
you thought about doing interpretive dance, Norm?
I've done it before,
Betty has. It doesn't surprise me in any way.
but I am looking at it now, and I keep looking, and I keep looking, and I keep hearing, and I keep seeing all these. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is transformation for you. There's a lot of big changes coming, and all the wow. Rainbow. Rainbow success. This side here is going down, and we want it to. Okay, we don't want it to come up. We want this side to take over and push it down. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Does it make sense to you? It has to maybe for her.
Right. No, it's her message. It doesn't have to make
so
sense to
does
me.
that make
but
sense to you?
Right, we want the abundance to rise and the fear and worry to go away.
Yeah.
Free, release, and be free. Be free. Be free for you. Be free for you. When I'm getting a message.
Nice.
Be free for you. Worry about no one but you. Here comes that
In
big.
other words, I should stop worrying about my sister moving to Mississippi.
Right.
Yes.
There
Because
you
worrying's
go.
not going to help anything.
Right, it's not. So the worry is like a lot less than it was. My brother-in-law convinced her to sell all their stocks and build a house on a piece of property that my nephew and my niece-in-law own that they have no ownership interest in.
But I'm a.
And my sister and brother-in-law have no ownership. It's like, okie dokie.
And they're gonna lose it all.
I hope not.
His sister, your brother-in-law's smarter than that, though.
Yeah, well, I did suggest to them that they have something recorded on the property that memorializes their contribution to, so that if, God forbid, the property is sold or they go into bankruptcy, that there's something securing their.
Those buttercups are not going away. They're not going away. And I'm saying, look, let them go. Let them go to her. Let them go to her.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. Part of your book is with buttercups.
Okay.
And white, you know those white daisies here? Those daisies, with the white pellets or whatever you call them.
Petals.
Your petals, that's it. Okay. You got to get on the wall there and make your own cards.
My own what?
Your own healing cards.
Okay.
Like, peace be with you and all these little different texts. Like that kid had.
Mm.
And you got to get back into your cards again.
Well, as I've said, Dave's going to have to help me figure out how to do this and the money for it, because I don't want to deal with a lot of people. What
Right.
they do is they get them printed in China or India, and then they put the sets together, and then they have to warehouse it because you have to buy 500 or 2,000.
Right, right.
The Spirit said, actually, your grandfather on your father's side said he is willing to help you.
My grandfather, who died when I was 3.
Yep.
He still knows you.
I know.
Always remember the spirits don't have to know you.
I know. I just okay, making sure I got the right graph. Right. Okay. C.O. Samuelson. He died when I was 3. He was a grocer.
He's also very proud because you're doing something he wish he could have done when he was a child, but nobody would allow him to.
Mm.
He was very expressive in his own way, but he's also a very unhappy worker because he wasn't allowed to be. Ooh, I'm getting. Ooh, okay. There you go. He's had a real weak spot there, so that means the spirit is really strong. He is so wonderfully blessed by you. He's so proud of you.
Well, that's nice to know.
You never got yourself in trouble. You never look to have other people help you. He's very proud for the fact that you stood on your own 2 feet, despite what other people
with a lot of help from my mom and dad.
Yeah, but you stood not with outside help. I mean, with a lot of support, maybe not always understanding. And he was so proud that you became a lawyer. Because you went into the man's world.
Well, my daddy he was a doctor, and he always said, "Don't be a nurse, be a doctor. If you're going to go into medicine."
Yeah.
Did your grandfather smoke cigars? I have a very strong smell of cigars all of a sudden.
I don't he died when I
when
was
you were
3,
little. You
and
might not know that, but do you smell them?
Yeah.
Very strongly, I smell cigars.
I don't remember anybody talking about him smoking cigars, and I would be surprised because my family is very Methodist.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. It's a very strong
He
scent
enjoyed
of it, though.
You're right. He enjoyed a good cigar every once in a while.
Maybe
And a good
back in
glass
the
of
back room of
brandy.
the grocery store. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
And a glass of brandy.
His little act of rebellion.
Yeah, when that's something nobody would have known about.
Right.
Right.
'Cause
It
he
certainly wasn't my maternal grandfather.
No.
No, he was the Methodist minister, and no drinking.
Did you used to ride roller skates?
I used to do some roller skating. I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah, that's what he's laughing at when you used to fall.
Oh, thanks, Grandpa. Yeah, kind of weak ankles, and so.
He said you were not very sportsy.
No.
It wasn't in the club. Heck,
I mean, the time I caught the ball in dodgeball, it just surprised the hell out of me. It's like,
yeah. The only game I was good at was volleyball. I enjoyed volleyball because I could just jump and but basketball I trip people up. Baseball I didn't know you're supposed to drop the bat down. I would go running down with it. People would run so. But one of the things I'm also going to tell you is that you have not even. This is what your spirit is. The iceberg of your spiritual world. This is only the beginning. You're on the 5th step.
I think I've sensed that.
Okay. Cause what I like to call, we all have a spiritual well. And as we grow spiritually, it's like a water, like a well. And then as we grow, there's a little water that comes down the steps, and we grow, and then we slide back, we walk up some more. There's always like a Tarzan vine, I always like to call it, that we can grasp to walk into, to climb up our stairs with. And believe me, I've fallen many times and had to climb it on. I think we all have. If anybody tells you they have never had a bad experience in the spiritual world, you know what? I don't believe them. And we all.
We doubt, we get angry,
We're only human.
yeah,
Right.
we lose connection,
I had met a girl. I am truly, truly convinced that she is an alien. I don't mean an illegal immigrant or anything
I
like
know.
that, but I believe that she is an alien.
I think there are aliens
and
here
I
that
also
look like
described.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I
absolutely!
100%
I actually
agree with
described what the planet she was from, right near Mars. That's a
From
planet
where?
near Mars. You're on the planet Mars, right?
Yeah.
And there's another hidden planet that nobody knows about that's going to be coming out. And I believe that she's from that area. In fact, I was quoted that wrote the name of it right out in spirit. There are a lot more spirits, and there are a lot more aliens than we know. But and to us, we're the aliens. So there's a lot of more of all of us.
We're the infestation,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Who's to say there's not other life?
Mm-hmm.
How arrogant of us to think we're it.
Right.
You know?
When there's billions of planets
Right.
and billions of stars. Norm, I have a message for you if you're
Okay.
open to hearing it. They
Sure.
want you to radically change your diet.
That's right.
They want you to radically change your diet.
And I agree. I've got to do it. I've got to.
So first thing is, before you do anything else, is eliminate sugar as much as
I've
possible.
done that. Yeah.
You don't have to eliminate everything. A little treat once in a while is fine. Look seriously at eliminating gluten. Sprouted grains could be okay, some of the ancient grains, but get the pasta out, get a lot less bread, then try to really reduce dairy. I mean, and you can have a fine diet and have lots of flavors and stuff. So they just want you to do it in steps.
And I've been getting this, like, I'm drinking less coffee. And I drink a lot of water with lemon. And a lot of water with lemon and vinegar. I can't pronounce the word.
Vinegar.
Yeah, the natural, what's it?
Wine.
Apple cider.
Yeah,
Apple cider.
Apple cider
Bragg.
vinegar,
Yeah.
the Braggs.
And shake it up so you get the mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be drinking more of that tea that we talked about.
Yeah, the chagatine.
I know I have to. I'm changing my diet, and I don't. The funny thing is, when I'm not supposed to have it, I lose a desire to have it.
Mm-hmm. And it's really not for them so much about the weight, it's about the energetics.
Yeah,
And it's about immune system.
because I'm tired a lot, so I got to start walking when I got to get rid of my diet. I really got to.
You might have your magnesium levels checked. And potassium.
Okay.
Have you had your vitamin D checked level? They do it more for women, I think.
Yeah. No, I take vitamin D.
How much?
Yeah, I take a real strong dosage in a bottle. I take vitamin D. I eat a banana a day. I got to get back into magnesium again.
But just taking the vitamin D pills, sometimes all it does is pass right through your system. You're not actually getting any of that vitamin D.
So I should eat more apples.
Well, if you can get a chewable vitamin D pill,
You've just got to
That
get a
would be
really
better.
clean
Right.
one, like Now or Jarrow brands, and the D3,
D3.
vitamin D3.
Oh, okay.
And spend about 15 minutes a day in the sun. There are people like, oh my God, never go in the sun without sunscreen, but we need to do that.
my naturopathic doctor actually told me to go before 10 a.m. in the morning and look near the sun, not at the sun, and blink my eyes to actually increase the absorption of the vitamin D.
Oh, I gotta remember
But
that.
before 10 a.m., she said was key.
That'll make my little dog happy.
Right, because there's something about the visible spectrum
Right.
of the sun. But you'll get there. And again, it's not about weight, it's about immune system.
I am going to follow the Spirit's advice because it came from you, so I'm going to follow. If it like from you or hurt you, I will follow that advice. I don't
Right.
usually other people.
And since they're telling you to do it in steps,
Yeah.
and you can start the next step, I think, whenever you feel comfortable.
When I have now done it, I've taken, got rid of my blood pressure pills. I take them, and I feel like I should be like a PRM because I don't want to make I don't want to be addicted to them, and I also have my reflex pill that I'm doing every other day, and I've cut back on the ibuprofen.
Something that you can do for acid reflux that people don't know is you can either put the head of your bed up on like 6-inch blocks, or you could get a wedge pillow to sleep on, and because it keeps the acid from regurgitating up into your.
The only thing my pet peeve is I drink a lot of water. Every 2 hours I have to.
It's not bad for you to get that flush the system.
Yeah. But I have to ring. And then my dog, I can just get back into bed, and also my dog decides it's her to go back out. And Scott is very good. A lot of times I'll poor guy will wake up and then take over. I'll take him on. We always share the responsibility. But then she gets to a point where she doesn't want to let anybody me take her out. Do you have a dog?
No, I do not. I used to have cats.
Okay. Your cats love you.
Yes, and I loved them deeply, and I still do.
Are you ready for another one?
No.
I don't mean to laugh, but be prepared.
Well, I wouldn't have just a cat. I think
You'd have several.
I'd have two.
Yeah. Because I'm actually visualizing you sitting there and you're crocheting or knitting, and there's a cat sprawled very comfortably either by you or on your lap.
That was when I had the cats before.
Now, you just said you made that jacket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you show it to everybody for me? This is an amazing artwork. Isn't that amazing?
That is, it's beautiful.
That is
Thank you.
amazing,
I
amazing
love the
artwork.
colors, the
there's such a,
composition. Yeah.
you know, they're such a peaceful coloring.
Something I've never been able to master.
How long did it take you?
I do not remember. Well, it took longer than it should have because I started to knit the back and then wait, it's not going to match, so I ripped it out and then put the sides together and knit it as one, and then I had to kind of try to match the fronts. And so
your grandmother or your grandfather, the minister,
Mm-hmm.
your grandmother,
My Mormor.
your mama, is very proud. She said that is beautiful art.
She quit school after the 8th grade to become a seamstress to help support her family. And the family story is that, you know who Billy Burke was?
Mm-hmm.
She was Glinda the Good Witch of the North. She was doing a play in the Chicago area, and my grandmother made a suit for her.
Nice.
Even though, and there again.
She taught me to crochet.
Yeah, then she. I can knit, but I haven't knit in years. But I used to be able. When I had a breakdown, I was at a private at the state hospital for 2 weeks, and so to pass the time away, I learned how to sew. Then I learned how to knit. I haven't done the knit in a long time, but I made my 3 stepdaughters back then. I made doll dresses for each one of them, like 5 wardrobes of it, and it was relaxing. I can't see well enough now, but I think I'd do it again. You're also, do you still knit at all?
Do I knit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm knitting a lap blanket at the moment.
Oh, all right, good. Because your grandmother said, please don't ever give it up. That's your relaxation.
When it goes well.
Right? Yeah. Well, and then you have to do it, but still get that frustration out, right?
Right.
But also, one thing is that, your mind is very active, especially your subconscious mind.
Yes.
Even when you're sleeping, your mind is always moving.
I have when you wake up in the middle of a dream, it can be really interesting. It's like, where did that come from?
Right. Exactly.
The dreams are actually, spirits actually talking to you
Sometimes it's your unconscious mind,
Yeah. I still keep seeing Nova Scotia. I really do.
Okay.
Just gotta confirm it one more time.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure an opportunity
3
will
years.
come along. 3 years? Well, I'm sure I'll have my passport by then.
Okay.
I think you should get it sooner than that.
I do too.
Just
Be prepared.
My feeling on that is
The next
Maybe
book-
this
oh,
fall.
The
I'll get
next
around
book
to it.
that you write, what I'm saying, the next book that you write will be in tune with that book and your cards. You know the cards keep coming.
But
Oh,
as I tell my clients, to turn it on to me, I have a choice.
Absolutely.
Actually, I recently wrote a poem that really isn't generated by this, but I think is going to be part of maybe like the frontispiece. Because I did a couple of the classes for a 4-week class of an Osher, which is the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Dartmouth. And he was saying that one translation of the beginning of Genesis is before all else. So that generated a poem which is before all else was love, expressing itself is what came after. Or I think that's what it was.
The message of the day for you is know that you're not alone. Fear not. Walk in the chapter of your life. Whereas you continue to grow in the journey of this path of spiritual being, know again, you're not alone. Don't look behind you. Don't look beside you. Don't look forward. Just keep walking, knowing you're not alone.
Many days my angels and guides will say to me, step by step.
there you go.
That's that spiritual step again, that well. We all have it. You have one too. You and I have probably
It's
followed
also
many of
about
them,
the business, you know.
Right. Well, everything.
Everything. It's like,
I
and
also
you can only do what you can do on a particular day.
Right.
You've got a heck of a lot of more financial success coming.
Whoa.
Financial sex?
Yeah, all right, success and stuff.
No, I'm not really into prostituting myself. And I think at my age there wouldn't be a lot of takers.
Here's himself.
Woo, it's so hot in here. I went to say.
Somebody on Facebook, when I said it was about Norm and I was explaining the humor of the show and stuff,
Yeah.
it was like, may the farce be with you.
Woo, quite warm in here.
Yeah, I guess for you it is, huh?
I meant to say success.
Just,
Yeah, let it go.
let it go, let it go. Let's move on.
All right.
The success is going to be quite overwhelming at times, but appreciate it and enjoy it.
And they're saying that for both of you, things are going to be really great and opening up. So just remember to come from that heart place. And I have to keep telling me, use your words. Feelings are great, but use your words.
Right.
Yeah, it's just things are going to open up for both of you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thanks for the 2-hour-long meeting, Norm.
I forgot to ask your permission. I apologize, but that's okay.
It's okay.
One of the things I do know, and you're going to be, well, she's going to be at the event on October 22nd
Yeah.
at the Unitarian something church.
Universalist Church.
Yes,
You were
that's right.
going there. You were getting it.
Yeah. And
Just
it's
say the Unitarian Church.
Yeah, and it's on Union Street. And please help us by supporting the animals and by making it so we can make a new gold. Our goal was 1,400, not 1,200, we made 1,400.
Right.
Let's make it 1,800 to 2,000. And remember, every day, folks, we'll see you next time. And remember, you are the winner.